Hi everyone. Just wanted to run everyone through the process for a site meeting. It's been really lovely to sit in on those over the past few months, and definitely each of you have your different style, which we want to encourage. But there is a couple of things I want to make sure that we are getting consistency in. So obviously these are on the M Drive. Every site should have this, including the safety team. So let me take you through the agenda. This is all self-explanatory. I'm not going to explain this. Where it's got an S in brackets, that means it's a standard agenda item. That will be on the agenda every single month. Things that we add periodically won't be. Review of the last minutes, well, that again is self-explanatory. Now we move into WHS. So this is where if you've received the minutes from the safety stars, you want to review those. You want to ask your safety star to give you any update. And actually that should say safety star. There you go, doing things on the run. Any issues, this is where you ask the crew if they've got any safety concerns. And if she or Simon have issued any toolbox talks, you will do them here. We haven't had one of those for a while. Site operational performance. This is when, so what you should do, sorry for this general one, this is where you use your scorecard. So if you haven't gone through the scorecard with your team, this is when you do it. I acknowledge there's been some delays with the scorecard coming out and also some problems with the accuracy of the data. Phil and Tash have done a corrective action on that, and the short-term and long-term controls will see those issues disappearing. So you have a look at your balanced scorecard. It is there. It's listed there. This is where you talk about your tough clients, your policy, procedure, or process updates. So I think there's one for Vinci Go that you might, also down here, you might talk about that then, and any other updates that have happened over the past month. People and culture, another standard agenda item. This is when you want to talk about who's going on leave, when are people going on leave, and start to get that planned out. As you can see, I think April is definitely closed off for leaders, and I'm sure we'll be getting full in the teams to closing that off. Recruitment, have a discussion about what your recruitment needs are and how the team can help you, and then a general HR update. And if there's anything in specifically, we'll send it to you. And then we have the success stories. Now, what I want to bring to your attention is that attached to this template, obviously you've got your minutes and actions, and then you've got your testimonial case study good news template. Now, this is what you need to complete in your meeting. So we want at least one per site per meeting, and then the instructions are there. So you complete it and you send it with your minutes to People and Culture and Alistair, so that we have that and we can action it. If I was a site leader, I would be giving that form to someone in the team and getting them to fill it out and kind of rotating that. So you're sharing the admin load. Friday Fun, confirming upcoming events and suggestions from other events. So that's when you're planning out what you're going to do. And remember, we do specific Friday Fun rather than the Pizza Friday. So you can do it what suits you. And the escalation. So if there's any issues that require escalation, this is where you put them, or you put them in your minutes. Once they come in, your minutes come in, we will discuss them on the executive teleconference at 8:20 on a Thursday morning, and one of the executives will be nominated to come back and give your site feedback on those. So an example of issues we've had there, we had an issue with the hiring of cars in Queensland and the door in CBD, both highly appropriate, and both I understand the fleet is resolved, and I understand that Phil got a quote for the door in CBD yesterday, whilst also looking for different premises. So here you'll see this is where we list different things. So it's the productivity efficiencies. Da Vinci Go is item number 9. It hasn't got an S, so it's not a standard agenda item. And obviously, I'll assume that Mick has given you other information about that. And then you encourage a team to talk about general business. And this is very important. You should, when you're all sitting there, you should book in your next team meeting, having regard to other things that might be occurring in the business. For example, I think the last Thursday of the month, or it could be Friday actually, I do a meet and greet with all the new people and take them through our strategic priorities. So you might want to avoid rostering your meeting when it's going to clash with other things like that, and the management meetings and regular ops meetings. So that's really, guys, very basic, but just want to make sure that you're definitely using the scorecards, you're definitely getting those success stories in, you're definitely talking to the team about issues, safety, and just general issues, and really making these meetings a useful use of everyone's time. Thanks so much. As I said, I really appreciated being in the meetings that I have been. It's great to get to know some of your team members a little more. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.